Alright then, well hello there everybody, it's Jordan, and I'm gonna say, how about we just go right ahead and get back into it. Last part we got down Cerulean City, now we shall make our way up north to figure out whatever the heck's going on up here, I guess. Also because we're bored.
This is Nugget Bridge. Beat us 5 trainers and win a fabulous prize. A new car!
Wait, nobody drives in this universe, never mind. Alright, let's see what he's got. Alright. So there's going to be an assortment of basically just 5 trainers right in a row for us. I'm not sure if I'll show every single battle unless there's like some sort of highlight to show off. I will show the final one though. And he's down. And now the annoying one. You know, there's one thing about the Weedle line I've never really understood. Why on earth is it that, like, after Gen 2, their whole design idea is, okay, this will be the physical version of Caterpie that is also poison type and also has more special defense. Like, oh man, I really need my Beedrill to tank that, like, water gun. Clearly. I'm second, now it's serious. Well, why weren't you serious first? I mean, why wasn't the first guy serious? What, was he just dicking around? How could I lose? I mean, maybe I should have brought more than 2 Pokemon. Here's number 3, I won't be easy. I doubt that. Here's Rattata. Oh, that might hurt. Yes, it did. Oof, stomped flat. Alright, time to heal. Please tell me I do not have potions. Wonderful. Okay, well I hope nobody minds if I just bail out of the Nugget Bridge challenge for like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Stupid Rattatas and their Hyper Fangs. Why the heck can't Pikachu have that? He's a mouse. It's like a miniature version of a rat, therefore it should work just fine. Yeah, amazingly, they do not want to challenge me even though I just, like, left their challenge in the middle of it. I'm number 4, getting tired. No, because you let me take a break in the middle. Good plan. On the bright side, we're getting rich very fast off of all this. Alright, we're gonna let Nidoking take the front for once. I'm number 5, I'll stomp you! And by that I mean have my Pokemon stomp you to death. And by that I mean engage in a Pokemon battle. Threats really don't work in the Pokemon universe, do they? Unless you have, like, Giratina staring at you. Especially when that happens. Alright, level 20. Now, do we get the next move? Okay, no, I guess it's a different one. Oh, too much! Too much! Too many criticals! Alright, I'm not sure how much of that is actually going to end up in the video or if I'm just going to cut a good portion of that out, but basically nothing happened. I left in the middle to get healed. And, yeah, that somehow just let me continue with the challenge. Now let's get our prize.
Congratulations, you beat our 5 contest trainers. You just earned a fabulous prize.
I have received a nugget, which therefore means I have received $5,000. I mean, technically it's yen, but screw it, it's funnier to say $5,000. By the way, it's also much more impressive.
By the way, would you like to join Team Rocket?
Yes.
We're a group dedicated to evil using Pokemon. Want to join?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. I've told you like 3 times, my friend.
Come on, join us. Yes. I'm telling you to join, and I'm giving you the thumbs up. Why will you not accept my application? Okay, you need convincing. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Yeah, sadly we do not have the option to join, but so be it. If I had to go around dumbass outfits like that, perhaps I wouldn't.
Also, I can never tell what exactly the original Team Rocket uniforms are supposed to be like. Well, I can't tell what the thought process was. It's like just black outfits with just dumb-looking hats, I guess. Then again, the next evil team afterward was either like blue bandanas or red hoods, so... And I don't mean the Batman Red Hood, I mean like very stupid-looking ones with little horns. Now that I think about it, Team Magma always looked a lot edgier than I remember. Wonder if that was intentional. Like, Aqua always looked comical, and Magma looked like it was trying to be edgy, but like bailed out halfway through. And then we get to Team Plasma version 2, which is, oh boy, the edge. King, please do not. Oh, thank you. Did not want to deal with having to waste this battle any longer. Or waste time in this battle, rather. Ah, you're good! Maybe I shouldn't have challenged the guy that just beat 5 other random dudes in a row. With your ability, you could become a top leader in Team Rocket. Buddy, you give me the executive position or I'm leaving. Yeah, you better look away. Let's see, is there anything down here if I recall? Well, besides new Pokemon. An Oddish. I suppose I'll go over the 2 main grass types you can get here besides Bulbasaur, although if you're doing a run of, you know, using the starters, not really much reason to use them, but, you know, if you decide not to.
I saw your feet from the grass!
Well, then why are you challenging me if you saw it? Anyways, the 2 new Pokemon here that you can encounter are, Oddish and, Bellsprout. They're both very similar Pokemon. The difference is, well, for one thing, they're both grass and poison types. Why did I not use Double Kick? I swear, I just turned my brain off when I think of a Pokemon. Anyways, they're both grass and poison types. They're both somewhat slow. The difference is, Oddish is slightly more defensive and focuses far more on its special attack, whereas Bellsprout is a mixed attacker and is much better at offense overall. I think it's a little bit faster, but I don't quite remember. There is also the issue of, if I recall, Bellsprout doesn't get too many good moves from level up, so you have to use TMs on it. Although Oddish, I don't remember, gets too many good ones either, but at least gets something better. They're alright. I thought not. Well, why did you bother trying? That's just $280 to me. Good plan. Anyways, I'd say those 2 Pokemon are alright. I once used a Bellsprout in a playthrough Gen 2, like original Gen 2 Silver, I mean. It was pretty good. I will say one thing though, whatever you do, do not get rid of Vine Whip for any means, whether on purpose or on accident, because that's the only grass move you have for a good while. Anyways, let's talk to this fellow here.
I'm not good at raising Pokemon. I should release my Charmander. Even though there's only like 1 of it in this entire region, I could probably get a whole hell of a lot of money for it. Because I haven't raised it well. If you promise me you'll care for it, it's yours.
If by care for it you mean place it in a digital dungeon, otherwise known as my personal computer, accessible from every single hospital around the region, then yeah, sure. And we received a Charmander. Do I want to give it a nickname? I don't know why I pressed that, I didn't actually want to.
Take good care of my Charmander.
And yes, that would be how you get to the fire starter for this game. Sadly, we will not be using it. I have a different fire type in mind that I'd like to use for this run, which by process of elimination, I would imagine most of you can probably guess which starter we are actually going to use, but well, regardless, we'll leave that when we get to it. Anyways, let's see what this guy wants. I just got down from Mount Moon and I'm ready. For what? More walking? Persistent, isn't he? Alright, here we go. Machops. Alright, Machops, I'll show you my chops. So I thought that sounded terrible. I'm gonna retract that. I can't think of a good comeback to my own terrible comment. Screw it, Nidoking, just beat his ass. On the bright side, we shouldn't take... Well, no, Karate Chop is a normal attack. I was about to say we'll resist it, and then I remembered, no wait, for some reason Karate Chop is normal, despite the fact that, you know, it's a martial art attack. That'd be like if I said, like, shooting out bursts of water at somebody is considered an ice-type attack solely because it's below room temperature. I'm gonna be honest, Geodude is always one of the weirdest Pokemon to me in terms of design usefulness, because I've always thought its original design is alright. Graveler is a bit odd looking, but I get it. And I've always really liked Golem's design. The problem is, A, you can't get Golem more often than not in standard Pokemon games unless you trade. And secondly, grass and water moves exist. Have fun with that. I mean, you can say about a lot of, like, rock and ground types, but at least other ones have some use. Although I imagine the competitive red, blue, and yellow group would probably tell me otherwise, because they're like, no, Golem is a lot better. It's got, I think, Explosion, whereas the other big rock and ground type doesn't. Which always seemed odd to me. Either that or I'm just completely remembering it wrong.
Local trainers come here to practice.
Oh, so you all also had to beat, like, 6 random assholes in your way to get here. Got it. Okay, Jordan, this time do not be an idiot and actually just use double kick. There we go. Of course it had quick tech. There we go. That might be slightly more difficult. We gotta be honest, Spearow's sprite always looked a bit weird to me in Gen 1. It always makes it look like it's wearing pants for some reason. I know it's an odd observation to make, but I don't know, I'm probably just thinking about... Like, I don't know, whenever I think of Spearow, I always think of its, like, normal design of, like, pinkish-looking wings, orange head, and then black, like, body. Where on earth did they get the idea for, like, a slightly different color of tan, I guess, for lack of a different phrase for what the Gen 1 sprite's color is? Plus, I don't get why it's, like, cut in half there to make it look like it's wearing pants. Oh, whatever. I should stop questioning the limitations of 97 technology. Or wait, was it 98? Never mind.
You're going to see Bill? First, let's fight.
What does that have to do with anything? What, is there a line or something? Am I gonna get there and there's gonna be, like, a whole line of trainers wanting to meet him? Well, if he cared that much, he could just run through the entire crowd with Onix, but I guess that's probably illegal in the Pokemon universe. You know, in hindsight, that's always a dumb thought I have, is like, are there any legal requirements for having certain types of Pokemon? It's like, oh, you have the Pokemon that distorts time and the one that controls space? Yeah, that's fine, I'm sure you won't use it for evil or anything. I mean, heck, that's literally the evil group in every game's, like, main intention is, oh, we need to get the legendary Pokemon that can end the world. But, oh, the random 10-year-old gets it. I'm sure nothing could go wrong. Dang it, you're something. Alright, let's get Pokemon. Yeah, sure, let's get Pokemon and no, I meant to say let's get Pikachu back in for some levels. Until we encounter another hiker, in which case I'm just gonna have to switch.
Dad took me to a great party on SSA in Vermilion City. You weren't invited though, so screw you.
Let's see what he's got. Oh, I chose a really good time to switch. I would say that might hurt, except it won't. There we go. I gotta be honest, Slowpokes are always a really weird one to me. I'm not mad. Nope.
Nope, I don't have my arms crossed for any reason.
I don't know why I gave him that stupid voice, but I guess my voice acting abilities are worse than I thought. Anyways, I guess back to what I was saying about Slowpoke. I've always enjoyed that Pokemon, but trying to use it casually has the one issue of you can never run from any battle you get into. And plus, it does take a little bit to get good moves for it, but I mean, otherwise, I think it's great. And plus, in later games, you can remedy that by giving it the Smoke Ball for when you're just, like, traveling around. Which, trust me, is what I do pretty much every time. And I do the same thing for every other slow Pokemon I have in my party. Because I will be damned at— oh no. Okay, well that hurt more than I thought. Because I'm not gonna stand there and fight every single Zubat that comes my way. Okay, I should probably swap out. I'm beginning to think why did I use double kick? I was about to say I should have probably brought some potions with me, but so be it. There we go. Okay, now the real question is, can Nidoking carry the whole rest of this trip, or am I gonna have to backtrack? Let us see. Okay, here we're gonna have to be a little bit careful, but first let's fight him. I'm off to see a Pokemon collector at the Cape. Alright, it's not like the guy wants his privacy, but then again, I guess we're going to go do the same thing. You know, I wonder if that's every collector's dream, or if it'd be the worst nightmare to have people actively interested in your collection and constantly visit you to come look at it. Then again, I guess it mainly just depends on what you're a collector of, because I don't think that's going to apply to somebody's trading cards. I mean, at least as in my case, I haven't had visitors over to look at mine in 10 decades. And by that, I mean ever. That was a critical. Wonderful. Oh good, he sent out the weak one. You know, now that I think about it, there was actually another thing about Geodude I wanted to talk about since we're fighting so many of them. I remember when I got to Alolan form and I actively got to use it and Alolan Golem because they actually have an in-game trade centered around it, which is wonderful. Before we continue, here's the part you need to be careful about. You either have to do this perfectly or you have to backtrack for this item later. Perfect.
I'm a cool guy, I've got a girlfriend.
Alright, and that helps you how? Whatever. Anyways. Alolan Golem, and by extension the whole Alolan Geodude line. I always find them really interesting, like Rock and Electric type as a physical attacker. It's definitely a neat concept. Problem, they're slow, and while they don't die to grass and water, they now die to ground, which is kind of funny when you think about it. Still though, it's a fun time using one. Ah, wonderful, we're getting Thrash. Thrash is a very... well, I'd say somewhat powerful. I believe it's 90 power in this game. And the problem is it keeps you locked into it for a couple of turns, and when you get out of it... it's either this game or later games, but eventually when you get out of Thrash, you become confused. I don't recall if that's for this game or if that was introduced in a later gen, but I suppose we'll find out given enough time here. I will say one thing though, it's gonna make sweeping the rest of these trainers easy. Like so. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy using that. Oh, darn! And the reason I say we need to gain the boost specifically is because otherwise we'd have to backtrack after gain the ability to get rid of this tiny tree, which, you know, you could either just walk around it, probably push over because it doesn't look that thick, or better yet, get your Nidoking and just rip it out of the ground. But no, apparently you have to specifically cut it down with a sharp blade that only some Pokemon can effectively do. Yeah, sure, let's get into this fight. I knew I had to fight you. And if I went the other way... Oh, whatever. Alright, we got Ekans. Alright, time to employ the power of Big Number. Okay, that's not gonna help. Crap. Well, it might. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting Sandshrew to kind of stand up to that a bit better, but I guess level 14 versus 23 is a bigger stat gap than I remembered. Alright, I believe that's... never mind. Okay, this should be the last battle. My friend has a cute Pokemon, I'm so jealous. Well, go get it then. Unless it's a legendary, you could get anything. Unless it's a Chansey, in which case I understand your jealousy. This might be a bit tricky. If I didn't have Big Number... Oh, it's a nice Odyssey hat. It would be too bad if somebody used Bigger Number on it. I'll just call Thrash that the entire game, just the Big Number attack, even though that's more so Hyper Beam's gimmick. Honestly, part of me is debating if I should use Hyper Beam in this run. Part of me wants to, but then another part of me is thinking, I don't know, it seems a bit too easy. Apparently Pikachu has never seen a, I think, Rhydon. I think that's what that threat's supposed to be based off of. It certainly looks the most like it. Then again, this thing was found in Pallet Town, so who knows? So confused.
Oh yeah, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not.
You liar.
Call me Bill.
Sorry, I meant to say,
Call me Bill, I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Like that guy in the tunnel who was a massive dick and almost took the 2 fossils. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. I feel like that experiment should have killed you, but alright. I'll take your word for it, Mr. Bill. So how about it? Help me out here.
no.
No, come on, you gotta help a guy in deep trouble. What do you say, Chief, please? Okay, alright.
Even when you have the option, you have no option.
When I'm in the teleporter, go to...
I'm sorry, you combined... You effectively pulled, whatever that movie is about the fly or whatnot on your Pokemon. I feel like this should have ended far worse for you than it did. Like, if anything, this just looks like you swapped your mind with a Pokemon. Whatever.
Go to my PC and run the cell separation system, and whatever you do, do not pull up any other files whatsoever you find on there. I mean it.
Pikachu, whatever you do not go in there. I do not want to deal with all the science involved in getting you separated from this asshole. We initiated teleporter cell separator. It's a good thing it was just right there and there wasn't any other, like, you know, separate code that we have to sift through or any specific process to start running it. Apparently that's the processor to the shocked Pikachu expression. Go figure.
Yeah! Thanks, bud. I owe you one.
So, did you come to see my Pokemon collection? Yes, give it all now. Pikachu, I told you to hold a gun to him when we did this. Why do I rehearse this with him?
You didn't. It's a bummer. I've got a thank you. Oh, here, maybe this'll do. Received an SS ticket. That cruise ship, SS Anne, is in Vermilion City. Its passengers are all trainers. They invited me to their party, but I can't stand fancy dues. Why don't you go instead of me? Yeah, I'm sure they won't have a bouncer there that's actively checking, like, the names of each possible guest. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Alright, and now to make our... Wait, hold on. Is there anything over here? I should have guessed not. Also, a dumb thought I've always had concerning that scene with Bill is that, what would have happened if, like, another trainer had walked in there, saw that it was just a random Pokemon lying about? Well, not lying about, he's clearly standing, but, like, a random Pokemon there, and they thought, oh, hey, Bill's not here, so I doubt it's his, and then, like, just tries to capture him. It's a bit of a dark thought when you think about it. Or even worse, if Team Rocket shows up, because then there's no chance he's not getting out of that without being captured. Okay. I seriously haven't caught a Rattata. Oh crap. Alright, let's see what's going on here. These poor people here were robbed. We're positive that Team Rocket is behind this terrible deed. Even our police force has trouble with the Rockets. Yeah, it's good to know that the local police force has trouble with a bunch of idiots that do nothing but use either weak Pokemon or primarily poison types, with absolutely no variance in any of their typings whatsoever. Then again, I'm the idiot who thinks poison types are my favorite type, so what do I know? Also... wherever could they have gone? Team Rocket must be trying to dig their way into no good. Yes, because they clearly needed to steal that from you. Those miserable Rockets, look what they did here. They stole a TM for teaching Pokemon how to dig holes. I can only think of one reason why. To hide the bodies. Wait, we're in the Pokemon universe. Nobody dies. I guess they're just doing it to be dicks. That cost me a bundle, it did. It cost me a whole $1,000, which in the Pokemon universe and also Japan is effectively just $10. Hey, stay out. It's not your yard. I really wish this text would... Either I need to have the scroll text faster, or I need to be actively mashing so I don't, like, get held up trying to figure out what the next word is. I'm an innocent bystander. Don't you believe me? Given you're wearing the same dumbass outfit as the guy at the bridge, I'm going to say no. Alright, how should we do- bigger number. Now here's the real question, is this going to be enough to take out the next Pokemon in a row, because the next one is going to give me trouble. Why do I know this? Because I tried recording this earlier, and it turned out I accidentally messed up the OBS settings. Well, not that I messed it up, it's more like my mic just automatically disconnects and I have to reset it every time I use OBS. So yeah, I've done this before, and this drowsy caused me- never mind. I was going to say it did cause me problems, but this time, no. No, it did not. Stop! I give up! I'll leave quietly! Just please, do not run me over with your Nidoking! Oh, that's a tempting idea. Okay, I'll return the TM I stole. Oh boy, we got TM28. It's definitely Earthquake, isn't it? I gotta put that on Nidoking right away. Well, never mind. Yeah, sadly, 28 is not Earthquake in this game, it is instead Dig. I don't honestly remember what the TM number for Earthquake is in this game, if there even is one. I figure what's lost is lost. I decided to teach Diglett how to dig without TM. Then why did you even get the TM if you could just get another Pokemon that naturally gets it? Like, you could have cost a so-called bundle, or you could have just paid $200 to get a Pokeball, which is an amount that everybody in the Pokemon universe has very easily. Alright, whatever, forget it. It's done.
In any case, to be fair, Dig is about as powerful as Earthquake in this game, but the problem is, again, you're wasting 2 turns to do it, so if you want to take that risk, go ahead. In a casual setting, it's practically just as good, but for what I have planned, well, possibly I have planned, I haven't fully decided on it yet, it wouldn't really work out. Plus, given we are in Gen 1, to put it simply, Dig and Fly have a lot of bullcrap associated with them, so, yeah, I'm not running that risk. Anyways, let's see what we can get here. Come on. There we go. Oh crap, forgot to put Pikachu at the front. Oh well. Okay, let's see if Nidoking accidentally takes this thing down 1 hit, because I actually want to catch it, because it turns out I do not have a Rattata, apparently. Darn it. I'm gonna be honest, if there's one thing I do not like is the idea of, oh, you want this important item? Well, you better go catch some Pokemon. It's like, can I not just look at them in the Pokedex? Like, another game did something similar, but again, that one was just, as long as you've seen them, you're good. But I'll get to that game at some point, I imagine. Maybe. Okay. We'll Thunder Wave, and then we'll Quick Attack, and that should do it. It shouldn't be enough to knock it out. Hopefully. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to rely on Paris to do this for me. Good enough. Go around. There we go. I should probably invest in some more Pokeballs when I get to the next town. Oh, for the love of it. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Yo, I still never understood this. I'm not sure if I brought this up in an earlier part. Why on earth is Rattata's, like, primary color for yellow supposed to be, like greenish brown? Or just more so just an odd shade of green? I don't even think that, like, its shiny version isn't even that. That wasn't even invented yet. Like, what, were they trying to go for accuracy? Like, for real rats, I mean. Will chew on anything with its fangs. If you see one, it is certain that 40 more live in the area. If you love them, good for you. If you don't, run. Oh, I'll put it this way. Rattata is lucky it's based off my favorite animal. Part of me does want to use one for, like, a casual playthrough, but I can't think of what game I'd want to use it for. Oh, I chose a really bad time to not invest in Great Balls. Crap. Quick, throw the nugget at it, bribe it. That'd be a good plan. I could paralyze it, but I don't think that's gonna work because it's like a 50-50 chance. Screw it. YOLO. Go. I can't believe that worked. I'm legitimately surprised. Alright. If you're wondering why I was so impressed by that, it's because Abra is a massive pain in the ass to try and catch. It will run from you on the first turn, because the only move it learns through level up at this stage of its life is Teleport. Which, take a random guess, teleports it away from the battle. Anyways, sleeps 18 hours a day. Oh, it's just like me. If it senses danger, it will teleport itself to safety, even as it sleeps. Okay, but what are the chances that, like, teleports itself off like a cliff by mistake? Or is it just smart enough that that doesn't do that? Oh, whatever. Well, that's 2 more for the Pokedex. In other words, 2 more to get done with that stupid, requirement for later. Anyways, let's talk to this fellow. I run a daycare. Would you like me to raise one of your Pokemon? You know what? I think I will. Which Pokemon should I raise? You know what? Do both show this off, and also because I'm curious what this is going to look like after a whole playthrough, although I'm going to need to remember to come back and get them. I think we're going to leave Rattata here. fine, I'll look after Rattata for... I'm sorry, why is your Rattata paralyzed? Could you not have brought it to the Pokemon Center before you did this? No. You better give me a tip when you come back. I'll be back in 10 years. What? Okay, whatever. Anyways, this here's Pokemon Daycare. The idea is that you can leave one Pokemon here in the care of that fellow in there, and every step you take outside, like in your adventure, will equal 1 experience point that your Pokemon will gain. And of course, it can gain levels through this as well. Downside, if you get it to a level where it would learn a move, the AI has no discretion for what moves to keep and which ones to get rid of, so it will just randomly get rid of one and replace it. So if there's a really important move that you want to keep, do not leave it in the daycare, otherwise it is going to get screwed over. But I am curious about what its level will be once we get to the end of the game, or even after we beat it. Just walk in and it's just a Rattata with just like massively roided out. That'll be a fun sight. Anyways. Oh, it can't evolve in there as well, I should specify that. It can learn new moves, but it can't evolve while it's doing that. Anyways, I believe that's enough progress for this part. We've received the SSN ticket, we have a new goal, get to Vermilion City. And legally enter the cruise ship, yes. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Anyways, I believe that'll be all for this part. Next part we'll get to Vermilion City, do some stuff there, maybe get onto the SSN and progress with that. And we'll see what happens. In any case, hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next part, which hopefully I can get to it sooner, because I keep putting this stuff off for way too long.